Hi, I'm Ellie Bateman, and today, along with my colleague Mia, we're going to give you a rundown of the state of the private rented sector. These are the key issues we're going to be looking at today, so feel free to skip ahead if you'd like to. We're going to start with service charge and ground rent. There's been heated debate about leasehold and ground rent reform over the last year, and the government looks set to introduce further changes. We surveyed our members to gather evidence to inform our responses to proposals around ground rent particularly, and what we found is that media reports of escalating ground rents appear confined to relatively small portions of the market. Our findings suggest that 69% of leaseholders pay £100 or less in ground rent per year, 46% pay ground rent at a peppercorn rate, and just 19% pay £200 or more in ground rent per year. When we surveyed freeholders, we found that 66% of freeholders charged no ground rent on their leases. 19% charged ground rent at a peppercorn rate, and of those who do charge ground rent, 80% had no mechanism for uprating ground rent. 53% have no mechanism for uprating service charges. It's clear that excessive ground rents and service charges need to be curbed, but the evidence suggests that abolishing ground rent entirely may be an excessive response.
The private rented sector makes vital contributions to the UK economy. In partnership with Bargain Bank, the NRLA commissioned research into the PRS with staggering results. Small and medium landlords, those with fewer than 15 properties, contribute to £45 billion in gross value added into the UK economy each year. This is double the gross value added of the advertising and marketing industry, according to DCMS data. The small portfolio landlords who provide 3.8 million homes in the sector also support 390,000 jobs in England and Wales, 129,000 directly and 260,000 in the wider supply chain, and through additional spending generated by the sector. To put that in another way, for every person employed in the PRS, a small and medium landlord supports 2 jobs across the supply chain and the wider economy. It's also more jobs than the total number employed in the telecommunication and information service sectors, or more than the entire population of Cardiff.
Buying and selling. So what's been happening over the past year? At the NRLA, we survey our members to inform our Landlord Confidence Index, which provides a barometer of landlord sentiment. According to this, the proportion of landlords overall planning to sell has fallen. In the first quarter of this year, 31% of landlords planned to reduce their portfolios, while just 10% were planning to increase them. But encouragingly, the proportion of landlords planning to sell has fallen sharply since quarter 2 of 2023, when 43% of landlords planned to reduce their investments. However, the divergence between buying and selling remains large, and overall landlord confidence fell by 9% across England and Wales.
Tenant satisfaction. The latest findings from the English Housing Survey reveal that tenants in the private rented sector are more satisfied with their homes than those in the social rented sector. 82% of tenants in the private rented sector reported being happy with their homes, compared with 74% of the tenants in the social rented sector. The satisfaction gap has widened and now stands at 8% points, up from the 4% points the year before. That's all for this quarter spotlight on the state of the PRS, but members can keep up to date with our Landlord Confidence Index, articles and research on the NRLA website.